World, be kind to him. It's his first time living too. It is my first life. Thank you for noticing. Hey, hi guys. Hi, Huntober. Thank you for the streak. Hello, Troy. T is in Troy. Come on in, Ruby. Hi, Pookie. You can tell by the way he's smiling that it's his first life. I was looking at myself today and I went like this. And I was just like, oh my god, my mustache gets so stretched out. You can tell by the way he's smiling, he needs to take a dump. That twink's got a turd in the chamber. Hello, Shrub Crossing. Hello, Marcine. You're so pickled. Ooh. I just watched the Bob's Burgers episode where they buy a bunch of ugly fruit that's about to, or ugly vegetables that are about to expire. And they decide to start pickling, and they hate it the entire time. But they are like, well, we have to do it. That show is so good at, like, unpacking, like, human interaction. And, like, the way we, like, convince ourselves, like, we have to do it. We've already started, so we just have to do it. Like, you know, we said we were gonna, so we just have, like, it's just so funny. Everything about that show fucking kills me. We're on season 12. Once we finish, we get to finally watch the movie. I'm so excited. Hi, David. Thank you for the 106 months. Marcine, thank you for the 60-month resub. 5-year resub. I feel like you've been around for longer than 5 years, but yeah, following since 2018. So she was broke a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We've all been there. Broke girls make do, okay? Ecoin, thank you so much for the 59-month resub. Hi, Scott Mimikyu, loving season 18. Honestly, I believe that shit was real from the jump because that is exactly how I have come to every time I've fainted. Every single time. I have no idea it's happening and I'm like, whoa. Didn't even know that happened. Like when I punched myself in the balls by accident when I was trying to floss in front of my sister, and then I went upstairs and I looked up what a testicular injury looks like, and it made me so nauseous, along with like the nausea and the pain from hitting myself in the balls, that I don't remember what happened, but I woke up to my sister in my doorway going, Jimmy! Jimmy! And I guess I had like fallen backwards into my desk chair and it made like a loud slamming noise. And she was like, yeah, you texted me to come up and bring you water. I'm like, don't remember any of that. So I believed her from the jump that it was a real faint. You could tell by the eyes. I love Law Roach being like, girl, don't look at me like that. Meanwhile, I saw a tweet that was like, meanwhile, she's trying to understand why she sees 3 Law Roaches sitting up there. Her fucking vision is vignetting in real time, and he's just like, ooh, you look fierce. One time, I went to this high-intensity workout class with my aunt, and cardio is not my best friend, I really gotta say. I get, especially because I take antidepressants, I overheat very easily, I get winded very easily. I prefer weightlifting, as you can tell. But I went to this cardio class, and halfway through I was like, ooh, I don't feel so good. So I went to the bathroom, and on my way to the bathroom, I just keep getting worse feeling. I'm like, oh God. And I pick up my phone to try to like text my aunt, like I'm in the bathroom and I'm gonna faint. And I look at my phone screen. I did not have Ruby at this point. It was probably Bailey on my phone screen. But the only light that my body was taking in was red light for some reason as I was going out. I looked at my phone and like basically imagine like this image, but it's like entirely like red scale. Like I put like a filter where all the colors are red. It was so fucking weird. I was like, what is going on? And I passed out and I was in a bathroom stall because I thought I was gonna throw up. And this guy came in and he saw someone through the bottom of the stall, like sitting on the floor up against the door. He was like, hey, are you okay in there? And I was just like, I'm fine. Thank you. So, good Samaritan. But, yeah, I fainted a lot in my life, surprisingly. I fainted a lot as a kid. I fainted one time at Bible camp, not because the Holy Spirit condemned me for being a faggot, but because it was in the summertime. It was Bible camp in the summertime, and the school did not have air conditioning in it at all, and I overheated, and I had to go get sent to the nurse's office. And then I never fainted, but I used to get really close to it in 8th and 9th grade. At church. 7th to 9th grade, I was fainting a lot at church because we would go to church as a class a lot, and part of church is kneeling, and I may be a professional on my knees nowadays, but as a youth, I was not. So we're in church and we're sitting, we're kneeling, and if we get tired, we're not allowed to like slouch and like rest our butt on the seat, or else we would get yelled at by the teacher. So it's a lot, and like it was always at like long drawn out masses that were like, it's the first time it happened was the ceremonial like 8th grader mass where the 7th grade and the 8th grade like go, and like the 8th graders get blessed for their graduation or whatever. And so that was like longer than a usual mass. So there was this period where we were just kneeling for so long. And it was just so exhausting for me. And then they brought out the incense and like the smells and everything. Like I started to get really dizzy, and I was like, I need to get fresh air, please. And like these two women that were working at the school like just grabbed me and like carried me out, and then I got to go home. And then the second time was at my confirmation in 8th grade. And that sucked because we were wearing these like synthetic fabric, so it's not breathable, in like May, so it's hot and humid now, in the church for confirmation. We're wearing these big synthetic fabric like cloaks for confirmation, and then out comes the incense, and it's just so much that I'm getting like really dizzy. I'm gonna like pass out. Like I'm afraid I'm gonna pass out before I even can go up to the bishop and get fucking confirmed or whatever. And then I was getting, and like this was an instance of like my father just like being completely like oblivious to like my needs, because I'm like begging him like, Dad, I need to go outside. And he's like, Jim, we're gonna wait in line to take a picture with the bishop. And I'm like, but I like don't feel good. Like I'm gonna pass out. He's like, Jim, no. Jim, stop. Jim, just stop. And I'm just like, okay. And it was just like a nightmare. And I was just like, cool. Thanks for listening to me, Father. I love my dad, but sometimes he pisses me the fuck off, dude. But ain't that everyone? And then there was one time in 9th grade where we went on, and at this point I'm like I'm in a different school now, and I'm with all these like fucking bro-y straight boys at this school, and we would do like retreats from time to time where we would like go to some church and we just learn about some fucking bullshit. I don't fucking know. But it was like a day off from school, so I didn't hate it. We went to this like group mass, and I was with a bunch of like teachers I didn't even have either. They were just like other teachers chaperoning the trip. And we were in this mass, and I was like doing okay, but then that fucker brought out the incense. I was like, oh no, like I'm gonna look like a fucking pussy little gay bitch about to faint in front of all these new group of guys that I've been perfectly living under the radar from like this entire fucking year so far. And I started to get really dizzy, and I went up to one of the teachers who I was so afraid to talk to because I didn't have her as my teacher. And I was just like, I really need some fresh air. And she was like, okay. So she took me outside, and she was like, are you diabetic? Do you have an inhaler? And I was like, no, not that I'm aware of. I think it's just the incense really gets to me. And she's like, okay. So I sat outside for a while and got fresh air. But I've been to church and like funerals and stuff since then, and it doesn't happen to me anymore. So I don't know what was going on for those 3 years, but I haven't gotten dizzy at church in a long time. I don't know. It's weird. Very strange. Very strange. Hello, Danny. Hello, Beef Cheeks. Hello, Rancher Lex. Hello, Miss Fluffy Kitty. Staravia. Baby Tortuga. Chris. And Bree. Hello, hello. Hello, Sherbert. How you doing? Hello, Gideon. I really don't mix with incense. Yeah, it's I don't love a scented candle either. Dallas does. Dallas does. And we have dogs, so when we have people over, you know, we can only clean so much. Things are just going to smell like your pets. So we always have to light scented candles, and I'm very picky about which ones we get, because, like, anything vanilla, like, makes me want to die. Dallas sometimes wears, like, a coconut vanilla, like, native, like, deodorant, and I'm like, please, not that one. Please, not that one. Please, not that one. I don't know what it is. I don't love ocean scented things. I can do like a pine tree. I like a pine tree scent. Like a citrus or like a lemony scent. I can handle, but anything that I like know that I'm like, this is a chemical. My brain, like, I can't. I start to get really nauseous, and nowadays I mostly get like a full-on like migraine from it. It's tough. It's pretty tough. One shot of Dondozo today. Wow. With who? With Pinkerchin? Hi, Jargon. Hello. Ecoin. Thank you again for that resub. Alright, well, that was my rant. You got to listen to me talk. I hope you guys are doing good today. Today is Saturday. And I'm going to dinner with some friends in like 2.5 hours. So I'm going to end at 7. So it's like 5. It's 5 right now. It's 4:55. So rising voltage, raging bolt. Cool. I always forget about those fuckers. So much Paldean stuff. I'm like, I'll like it in Gen 10 when they come back, you know? Like, a lot of the Paldean Pokemon, I was just kind of like, I don't give a fuck about this thing. Seeing it in ZA with, like, a better, like, art style and just, like, an overall good game, I'm like, wait, this design is actually so cute. Like, Scarlet Violet just doesn't do a lot of these Pokemon many favors with its, like, lighting and textures, and especially because they're usually, like, this big on the screen. Like, Capsicum, I always was like, what the fuck is this just, like, this fucking thing? This forgettable little thing. And then in ZA, I'm like, OMG Capsicum, hi! I didn't even know it got a Mega Evolution. I just was happy to see it. So, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna play some Animal Crossing again today because of course we are. Like, I'm officially addicted. I'm just loving it. I'm just feeling so, like, energized and happy to be playing this game. It makes me so happy. So that's where we're at today. That's what we're doing. I think it's gonna be March 1st officially in this game, because I've time traveled. So we'll see. I'm not in January anymore because there's still snow on the ground. The snow in this game melts, I think, February 22nd. So once it's finally February 22nd in real life, I will go back to playing in real time. But I'm just so tired of the snow. It is very creatively limiting, in my opinion. So, free yourself from the chains of snowfall. Excuse me. And time travel to March. Free yourself. It's March. I went to a treasure island again last night because there was some stuff I wanted. Oh my god! Quinn's back! Hi, Diva! Well, 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 if it ain't Jimby. I bet you don't even remember your old pal Quinn, do you? Nah, I bet you do. I'm pretty unforgettable. Ha ha ha. How in the world are you, proper? The day that I evicted her for Vice, while I was time traveling, it was her birthday. So I went to her birthday party, I gave her a present, and then I sent her ass packing the same day. She had to pack up her fucking birthday cake and everything. I'm pretty unforgettable. How in the world are you, proper? Actually, save it. We'll chat later. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be just like old times. I hate feeling homesick for somewhere that's not my home. That's like the entire reason I'm here. I was feeling kind of down and just missed this place. Don't get me wrong, I'm not moving back or anything, but I needed some espresso vibes, you know? She said, don't get it twisted. This place is a sack of shit and I'm glad I'm gone. So, I was bored last night and I just wanted to play this game. So, I repaved over my Nook's Cranny and I just reorganized it. I went to a treasure island and I got a couple extra little things here. So, I just gave it a little touch up, you know? But yeah, yesterday we made this little garden for flowers and they're just still not fucking growing, which is so annoying. And then I made another one. I also built a bridge off stream. Because I just didn't feel like doing it on stream. So I built a bridge. I'll show it off in just a second. Adobe, I will never update my Creative Cloud. I'm still on Premiere 2024. Stop talking to me. Okay. I always forget there's a mechanic for people to come over and water your flowers to increase their breeding chance. I used to have watering parties. Squirting contest! Yeah, I remember doing that. I definitely want to have more of you guys on my friends list, because I've added a bunch of you on the Switch, but you have to, like, actually come over to be here. It's so annoying. What's up, Bill? Listen up. I've been thinking about leaving! Well... you're gonna stay here. I was gonna reset so that way the bubble would move to somebody else. But I don't care. I don't care. We are getting a new villager. I had a campsite villager yesterday that it was too good to resist. But I'm not gonna show you who it's gonna be yet. And they asked to kick out Gloria on the first try. So I was just like, okay. You can leave. So we worked on this little area yesterday. This little space filler pond. And a little garden. Here's the bridge I built. And I built a waterfall here. Because we are going... to do some terraforming today. Hello, Toby! I had a friend in elementary school that spelled her name Toby. Her real name was Christiana, but she went by Toby. And she's so sweet. I haven't talked to her in a long time. But she would sometimes, like, message me on Facebook and just be like, Jimmy, my real name is Mark. Damn, people who are not named Toby love going by Toby. I might get rid of all these diagonal streets that I tried to create, because it'll free up so much pattern space for me, and I don't think I'm going to use them. I don't think I need to do a diagonal road. I'll keep them for now because I have nothing to overwrite them with, but I would like to free up some more space, so. Do you like the new Anniversary Labubu stuff they're releasing? Not really. The only thing I like is that new Zmomo, but I do not like that price. Remember when you got Raymond for a friend, but then liked him too much and you kept him? Yeah. To be fair, back in college, I made the Akatsuki Club. Akatsuki Club. Took on the name Toby. This kind of became my online persona secondary name. That's cool. I know a lot of people like that. That they like, yeah, but I go by this on the internet just because it's like a nickname. I mean, my real name is James. Akatsuki from Naruto. Okay, L for you for knowing what that is. Couldn't be me. But my real name is James, but I've never gone by that. I've always gone by Jimmy, and it eventually devolved into Jimby. Dude, Naruto is monoculture. Yeah, that's true. I actually do want to watch Naruto. I was just being mean to be funny. But I actually have always wanted to get into it. The way you're saying Akatsuki is slowly killing me, but I deserve it for liking Naruto. You can't say L for Naruto and then be thinking about doing polls in Genshin. There is a new man coming out in a few weeks, and I will be coming back to Genshin to poll for him. I still don't even know what his fucking name is. Varka. People have told me. I've not retained that information for some reason. L to the Naruto fan, I say with C2 Ridesley. I don't even remember why I was over here. Oh, I wanted to craft some manhole covers. Love you, though. You don't love me. Where are the manhole covers? What the fuck? Do I not have it? Do I not fucking have manhole cover? I have a bunch. Maybe I've been gifting myself them? Oh no, it's right here. Nouvelette is returning too. I don't have her. I went for Ridesley because he's hot. And then I also was really into Veressa. I pulled for her. And she's like one of my best characters. Clorinde was like one of my best characters for a while. I have a Aggravate team that I really liked with Clorinde, Beidou, Yao Yao, and I think I put Farina on that team. because fierce is fierce. Oh, I don't have my items. Hold on, I gotta go get my tools. One of my animals, a mystery, threw up on my blanket while I was sleeping, and I somehow did not wake up, so that was a fun surprise. Damn. One time when Soda was a puppy, he peed on our comforter while we were sleeping. Or, like, falling asleep, and it was such a small amount because he was so little that we were like, and it was at the end of the bed, so we were just like, we'll just deal with it tomorrow. Because we would have had to then put the fucking wash in the washer, and then in the dryer, and then it would have, like, still been wet because it's so big. So it would have, we were just like, we need to sleep. Like, I can't wait 2 hours for this to be clean. Like, I don't care. Oh, the dogs, they get a little, they're fine. So the fire alarms have been going off constantly this week, particularly after midnight. And it's been really fucking bad. And the landlord, like the leasing office, they sent out an email being like, they're actually working great because people are smoking on the property. And I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. And they are so piercingly loud, and they go off, yeah, for like 15 to 20 minutes. And yeah, today they went off 4 times between midnight and 9 a.m. So Dallas and I were really tired today, so we slept in pretty late today because we were woken up at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, like all this by fire alarms. And it just like completely fucked up our sleep schedule, because usually we sleep all the way through and get up at like 10, but we were so tired. So we had to keep sleeping, and it was annoying. Ruined our fucking whole day. Because we had a plan. We were going to get up, go to the gym, walk the dogs. Probably opposite order. I was going to stream, and then we were going to go out to dinner tonight. Like, it was just really... It was really fucking awful. And, yeah, I've never lived somewhere where the fire alarms are this sensitive. And what's crazy is there was a day they were testing the fire alarms, so we took the dogs on a nice long walk, so they were like out of the house for a while, because it was just like from like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just like every 5 minutes the fire alarms would go off, and it was just so bad for their ears. I mean, if it's hurting our ears, their ears are much more sensitive, you know. So we took them for a long walk, and we were 2 blocks away from our building, and we were still hearing the fire alarms. I was just like, I can't imagine what it must be like for these people who finally like worked really hard and bought a home on these streets near our building, and their forever home multiple times all the time. They just hear beeping coming from blocks away. Like, that fucking sucks. Hey, Hannah, did the fire department come today? I think you said they did, but I might have imagined that text message. Like, they should get in trouble if it's like a false alarm like that from the fire department, because that's a waste of resources. They came at least twice. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. At midnight and one of the other times. It sucks. And it used to be like tolerable when it was only in the hallways, but then they added it so that fucking chirping noise can be heard inside the actual apartments, and it is actually physically painful to have to sit through that. I would not be surprised if I sustained some hearing problems down the line because of this building. So we've covered the fire alarms with tape to kind of like muffle the sound just a little bit, and it's helped. but it's still horrible. And it's so annoying, especially when we have like people over. Because then it's like, well, sorry guys, guess we just have to like sit and deal with this. It went off on Thanksgiving for like 20 minutes. It was bad. Ugh, annoying. Also, I had mail stolen, I think, potentially. My Heated Rivalry shirts that I bought for me in Dallas. They said that they were delivered. It's so weird, this fucking tracking number, because they're coming from China, so the entire website is in Chinese. And randomly, it was the dates that were listed were in like 2022 at one point. I was like, that's not right. So it said I had my mail delivered on the 12th of January. I don't even remember if I bought the shirts until after that date, but maybe I did. They said they were delivered on the 12th and put in like the parcel lockers. And I went today thinking that they were delivered because I got a notification, but it wasn't that. So I was like, what the fuck? So it might have been like left on the floor because all these fucking mail couriers, they just leave shit on the ground and they get stolen. So I'm hoping that maybe like the leasing office took it into their little closet where they store mail that was left on the floor. But if it's been sitting there for like 10 to 12 days now, why have I not gotten an email saying, hey, we have mail for you? And the gag is, I have a neighbor who has gotten permission by a bunch of people, she's a friend of ours, to bring, if she sees mail in the lobby, to bring it up to our doors because we're on the same floor. She's awesome. She's lived in this building for 20 years. And the leasing office was telling her she has to stop doing that. It's something that is so normal to do. It's not like she's opening the mail. She's bringing it to our door. Ridiculous. Anyway. Hey, thick and beefy and juicy. Hello. Thank you, Mando. You want out, Ruby? Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. I didn't mention it. But yes, she also happens to be a black woman. So, feels weird that they are saying that to her, to me. It feels like there's a bias there. Because, like, that's such an... I've brought mail up to people. If I've gotten a package delivered that's not mine, I've brought it to people's units. And they've never said anything to me. It is so normal if, like, you're going on a trip, if you actually have any sort of camaraderie with your neighbors, to be like, hey, if you see packages for me, can you bring them to your apartment for a few days? I'm going to be gone. That's so normal. The fact that our building doesn't even have, like, any sort of, cameras in the hallways and stuff, which okay, so when I had my big Zmomo stolen, that was like the final straw for me, because I got a full refund, but only because of like Pop Mart like not disputing my charge or whatever or claim. So I was kind of gagged, but I thought I wasn't gonna get a refund because they were kind of bitchy about it in the past. But this was like $200. So when it got stolen, I was like, okay, I've had a bunch of shit stolen in the I had like maybe 6 packages stolen over the course of 5 weeks. Because the lobby was closed for like basically a year. So the mail couriers couldn't get into the mailroom, so they were just leaving shit in the literal garage, which has, mind you, full access to this fucking street. Like, anyone could just walk off the sidewalk into the garage and steal shit. So I had so much shit stolen, and I had something stolen not just from like the left in the garage. It was left at my front door. And within 10 minutes of getting delivered, I like woke up, I got the text that it was delivered. Like 10 minutes after it was actually delivered, I went outside and it was gone. And there was a picture of it at my door with our like doormat and everything. and it was gone. So I was like, I fucking had it. And I went to the leasing office. I've told this story a million times, and I'm gonna rage myself into telling it again, but I'm gonna. And I went to the leasing office. I was just like, hey, I've had 5 packages stolen in the last 5 weeks because the lobby's not open and this building's not secure. I would really appreciate if you could just take the $200 off of my rent for this month. And this fucking bitch, who I thought was my friend in this building, because she, like, when I needed a replacement key that she charged me a fucking $100 for, because it was like a key fob. She was, you know, she learned my name, she learned Dallas's name, she learned our unit number. Like, she was so, like, she was very sweet when I would see her. She goes to me in the most condescending way. Actually, like, with a smile, she goes, so the thing is, so it says in your lease that we're actually not viable for stolen mail. And I was like, not to fucking be very, I'm from Wigglesburg, but I'm like, it was very hard for me to, like, restrain myself from going fucking Bronx on this bitch. For, like, trying to talk to me like this fucking bitchy LA girl. Like, I was so fucking like, oh, no. But I was just like, I don't need them to, like, try to fucking, which is like a crime, but I was like, I like living here. I like our apartment. I don't want to move until we could, like, move into a house. So I'm like, last thing I want to do is, like, make an enemy with someone who's in charge of my rent, and then she, like, prices us out of our apartment and we have to leave, you know? So I was just like, well, okay, well, I'd like to file a report and get a refund from the company. So can you send me any security footage of my unit to show? Or like, he's never once gone Bronx on me, mind you. On you. But you witnessed me go Bronx on people in fucking Target in Jacksonville at least twice. Oh, yes. And like, I was bold for the shit that, and that hotel. I was bold for, like, the energy I would give people who fucked with me in Florida in a fucking state where they can carry a gun. But I did not care. So I was just like, can you at least give me, like, security camera footage of, like, my unit and, like, the exits so I can find out, like, who took my mail, because I need to have, like, evidence that it was stolen to get a refund. And they were like, so we actually don't have any cameras in the hallways, but they do have them on the exits. I've seen them every time we leave. So I was just like, okay, well, can I have the exit ones? And she was just like, you can try to reach out to management, but I think they're going to just tell you that the same thing I did. I was just like, okay. So I sent an email and they were like, we're so sorry that happened to you, but it's actually on you to secure your unit. So that's when we got a ring. Because I was so tired of this fucking happening. So that was when we finally got a Ring doorbell, which, like, we should not have in this fucking building with security cameras. Like, I know they're there. So then we were talking with our neighbor who was, like, talking about how they told her she had to stop bringing mail. And we talked to her for probably, like, 20 to 25 minutes. Eventually her husband came over, and I was getting a kick out of making him laugh, because she's very outspoken and just very, like, chatty and extroverted. And every time I've interacted with him, he just, like, gives me, like, a silent smile and wave. Like, he's just very calm. So I was getting a kick out of, like, when out of the corner of my eye, see him laughing at something I'd said when we were bitching about the people that run this place. So that was, like, a fun, like, oh, we're getting to know our neighbors, like, outside of just, like, hi, how are you? But she told me, she was like, the gag is they have cameras, and this fucking guy, which I will tell you which one later, Hannah, when we see each other at dinner. There's the guy who he's gay, and we've kikied about Labubus before, because I was just like, yeah, my Labubus keep getting stolen. He's like, oh my God, like, they're so hard to get. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And now I'm starting to think, interesting how you were always, every time I went into the leasing office to complain about my stolen mail, I saw you sitting in there with a whole case of Have a Seat. Interesting. So, and I was like, I've tried really hard to not, go against this guy, because he's a fellow gay guy, and I'm just like, you know, gay solidarity, you know? But I found out from our friend, our neighbor who lives in the building, that he has cameras of the entire property on a big ass fucking TV in his office. And he just watches them all day. So they do have footage, probably, of my shit getting stolen, and they didn't want to give it to me. Is that not the gag? Is that not the gag? So, ooh. Ooh, Tana, we got so much fucking tea for you to talk about tonight. Oh my god. I thank God I've been reminded of all this, because I honestly don't think I would have brought it up. Ooh, we have tea on people who used to fucking work here that you know that were before us. Oh, oh my god. So anyway, our lease is going to be renewing in a few months, and I decided to save my anger about the Zimomo that got stolen, because I did get a refund, you know. But I've decided to save. If they try to raise our rent, I'm fully gonna negotiate with them, because I'm gonna be like, well, according to our lease, in the lease it says we have access to this, and this facility, but they were closed for the last 8 months of renovation that didn't need to be done because the new management had a bit of an ego and they wanted the lobby to look the way they wanted it to, thus inconveniencing everyone that fucking lived here. And you didn't alter our rent to reflect the fact that we were paying our rent with the amenities taken into account that we couldn't access. And let's go check on the pool. Let's go check on the pool. Let's see what color the pool is, because last time I checked, it was green every other day. So if you want to fucking talk to me in this, like, condescending fucking sing-songy voice, I can match you where you are, diva. It's so fucking annoying. Yeah, Ace Attorney music starts playing, literally. Danganronpa fucking... I enter my skateboarding mind palace. Like in Danganronpa 2. On the meat bone. As it says in the lease. Anyway. I love you. Thanks, girl. Okay, I need my tools. Rage bait more. Never get therapy. Aquarium gravel in the swimsuit. I found you, Star Fox. I don't fucking care about Star Fox. I don't know why I bought this back in the day. Probably just because I was just like, whoa, Star Fox merch. Crazy that they made this. It is kind of crazy. And I do kind of like that it looks like a N64 model. Is this Jack specific? Yes, it is. Did they have wolf? Not that I remember. Okay. All right. We've regrouped. What did I buy? What the hell did I buy? A bunch of shit I don't need. I think there was a missed opportunity in not making Wolf a muscle bear. A muscle wolf, if you will. Maybe if they decide to reboot Star Fox. someday. This person I follow on Instagram has posted pictures of themselves for every year leading up to their birthday, which I will always live for gay people's new and creative ways to post pictures of themselves on the internet. I live for it. And every year you can watch him getting beefier and beefier, and I'm like, wow, I should do that. Thirst trap innovation. The new and unique ways that gay guys find to post their penis on the internet will never stop to amaze me. I will never forget Thirst Trap True Crime. I'll never forget her. That was insane to me. Tell the story again. Okay. So. I followed this guy on Instagram because I thought he was hot. He was like a muscle bear with tattoos, like very alternative. I think he had I'm pretty sure he had a Prince Albert piercing. Not to expose him and make it very obvious to find out who I'm talking about. I mean, he's a good looking guy. But anyway. I was following him for a while, and I don't remember what caused me to look into his, like, profile more. But anyway, I was on his profile, whatever, and, you know, it was his shit would, like, pop up on my feed, and I'd click it. And I guess one day I accidentally, like, clicked, instead of the like button, I hit like see more or something on the caption. I don't remember what happened there, but it was like a mirror selfie of him like flexing or whatever. You know, it says all the typical bullshit like Flex Friday, whatever, like, oh my god, I'm going to do the, and then I keep scrolling because the caption is so long, and it like there's like a big break underneath his like original caption, and then it says like, on January 15th 1984, so and so was murdered in the parking lot of her apartment building. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I keep scrolling, and then it says hashtag thirst trap true crime, hashtag gay, hashtag muscle bear, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And and his entire profile was posts like that, where he would like post like a fucking like thirst trap, and then in the caption would be this like basically this article about someone who like died horribly, and I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. It is my favorite. It literally is my favorite gay guy moment in the world, I think, actually. It's so fucking crazy to me. Have you guys seen that picture of Colton from fucking Traders in that fuck-ass outfit? And someone goes, mass for mass gays need to, like, stay in their lane, basically. The wig is heavier than the weights. That is such a fucking good-ass line. It kills me. It's so fucking funny. And I also do think you need to be a level of chronically online to even understand what the fuck that means. Which I think makes it even funnier to me. Because I'm like, wow, I'm so on the internet that I immediately know what they're fucking talking about. It's also a little bit sad that I'm not online, but it's okay. Hi, what are you guys talking about? Did you get my note lip sync? Oh yeah, the official traders account is like, stop cyberbullying. It's like, well, maybe don't cast a stalker and a fucking bigot on your show, actually. Because fuck both of those guys. You really do have some of the most creative ideas, my oh my. So you understood what I was getting at. I guess I was afraid I wasn't making a lot of sense. Of course I understood. I can't wait to try your idea by organizing my handkerchief collection. That's so flattering to hear. Thanks, I have lots more like that. Please send me whatever ideas you come up with. It'll be like I want a free subscription to Clever Living. That was a whole fucking lot of nothing right there. Good job, guys. I miss when my villagers would be like, you look chopped to each other. Very word salad vibes. Very, very green couch vibes. Alright, what are my Nook Miles today? Let's assess these fossils and get them out of my inventory. One of my Wild World villagers called me fat and stupid. One of my... Wait, oh no, sorry. The message got moved. One of my Wild World villagers called me a fathead today. Literally, I love when they called me fat and stupid. I literally, the other day, I went through like fucking 50 screenshots of mean Animal Crossing dialogue, and every single one was hilarious. But they were all from GameCube, Wild World, and City Folk. Like, New Leaf doesn't really even have any. New Leaf was the beginning of the lobotomy. The government mandated lobotomies. Here you go. I'm trying to decide. I'm not drinking tonight when I go out with my friends because I do not really feel like dealing with the effects tomorrow. But I haven't eaten besides oatmeal today. So I could either have a little snack before I go, or I just have one little drink and I get a nice buzz and then I'm not hungover. If I don't eat before I go out. Because I am going to eat when I'm there. Because it's a restaurant. When's Gaga? February 22nd is when we're going to Mayhem. What's up? Guess what I'm playing? Animal Crossing on GameCube. Hello, Huntered. Guess what I'm eating? Popcorn! I was looking at old forum posts about City Folk a while ago. There were complaints about the dialogue in that game too. Wow. That it was too nice or just like boring or what? I wonder why. Because a lot of people theorize that like Nintendo got like letters from like angry parents about how mean the villagers were and like Rossetti made kids cry. But like I've never actually found concrete proof that that is why. That just kind of feels like shit people just said and took as fact. Hi, Pee-wee. Pee-wee. Looking sharp. Sitting's when most of my best thinking occurs, and the majority of said thinking happens right here. The way the dialogue tree works in City Folk was basically changed in City Folk, causing villagers to loop the same one or two lines repeatedly in a really weird way, like you just couldn't talk to them. Whoa. I've always heard people say City Folk is the worst Animal Crossing game. I've never really understood why, but you learn something new every day. I don't know why they changed it at all, because Wild World is the best it ever was. I've also heard that. I've also heard a lot of people say Wild World is their favorite. I do think that this game is probably my favorite, even though I do like a lot of more things about New Leaf than this game. I think overall I still think that this game is my favorite. New Leaf was my first game, though. I played a little bit of the GameCube one. I played for like a week. I've watched a lot of like videos about it and like screenshots. Like I like the idea of it, but I don't know if I'd ever play it myself. Maybe if they put it on Switch Online, I'd do it. But my biggest issue with Wild World is just that there wasn't a lot to do. Removal of holidays. It's really hard to go back to, which sucks. Yeah, the graphics are... That was my thing, too. I bought Wild World a couple years ago to, like, try to get into it. Because I was like, well, I love New Leaf so much. Like, I'd love to try some of these other ones. And just visually, it is, like, really hard to look at nowadays. It's tough. 3D games on a DS has always been pretty tough. I kept getting these Instagram ads for these things called Frog Fuel, which I think is a terrible fucking name because it implies that it is like food for frogs or made of frogs. But anyway, it's like these like protein packets that you just, it's like a protein shot with like a bunch of vitamins. And I kind of wanted to try one today. And apparently they taste like snow cone syrup, which I don't think I'm gonna like, but I'm gonna go get one. Okay. I'm like so nervous I'm gonna hate it, dude. I don't like that. Yeah, like frog fuel. I mean, it's actually not as... It's not as disgusting as I thought it was gonna be. It's like perfectly fine. I mean, it is very sweet. It does taste like I'm drinking like a Sour Patch Kid. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. Oh my god. Oh. Mm. Okay, it's empty. Wow. That was so sweet. That was like... I don't think I liked it. But I have to drink them all because I paid for them and I don't want them to go to waste, so I will be drinking them all. That was like if they just put the inside of a gusher as something you could just like drink. Ugh. And they're designed to be drank like that, by the way. It's not meant to be mixed with water, although I might do that to water it down a little bit. Oh. I got some Uncrustables as a snack. Okay. Do you have a lemon or a lime in the apartment? Not currently, no. I'm trying to decide how much of this cliff I want to build out. I kind of want like this entire upper section to be a raised area, but I actually think I would like to do it this way, so that way I can have like an overlook, which I think would be cute. So I think I'm gonna expand it more this way. Wow, I really did not like that at all. I really hate that so many like high protein products are nasty. Which is like why I just try to get most of my protein intake from like whole foods, like beans and chicken and beef and stuff like that. But it's annoying because sometimes I don't have the fucking convenience, the time to cook a whole fucking chicken or buy a rotisserie chicken. Like sometimes I just want like a little snack to quickly get my protein in. But all of it's like so like that. My biggest issue is like I think it's perfectly fine for protein stuff to make gluten-free and like vegan options, but I feel like a lot of protein stuff they try to be high protein, gluten-free, and vegan all at the same time and as the only option, which means there's no egg in it. It's probably a plant-based protein, which is a lot different than a whey protein, which comes from dairy. And then I don't fucking know what gluten does, but it just ends up being like this like chalky, dry thing ever to me. And I find it really annoying. But things are getting better. Like Uncrustables has protein now, and instead of 6 grams, they're 12. And I think they just add extra peanut butter. Like I don't think it's anything crazy, but they taste exactly the same as a regular one. It's the same thing, and they are great. And Barilla has protein pasta, and I feel like it's chickpea pasta, but which I do like. It's a little bit more expensive than the regular, but it's high protein and it's really good. It tastes pretty much indistinguishable from regular Barilla pasta to me. So, highly recommend that one. Just last year, I learned that the fruit juices we have today are meant to be mixed with water, and everything clicked. What? Like apple juice or like Tropicana orange? Like that's meant to be mixed with water? I've never heard that in my life. Maybe, but I wouldn't be surprised. They make so many protein and pre-workout stuff that feels like it's flavor for kids. Yeah, it's fucking weird. I need to get into a pre-workout. potentially. But we work out at night. That's the thing. So I'm like, I don't need that much caffeine at 10 p.m. when we go to the gym because it's empty and we're done for the day, you know? But I think I need to get into a pre-workout once in a while. But yeah, most of them are just like so like strawberry lemonade citrus blast, and I'm like, please get a no stim pre-workout. Mine has creatine. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Is because we were raised on fucked up processed sugar foods with fuck ass fake flavoring, and most adults cannot fathom anything else because of it. Yeah, probably. Or their actual shit just tastes like so bad, so they just make it overpoweringly sweet to compensate that. That's probably as equally true. I saw new gluten-free Cheez-Its in the store yesterday, which I thought was cool. Yeah, I think it's very important to have gluten-free and vegan options. I'm not trying to say that they're not. But I do think that, like, trying to do all of them at the same time as your only option available, I'm just like, well, it tastes like ass. So either rework the recipe or we have one of each, or like one that's gluten-free and vegan, or one that's just gluten-free, or one is just vegan, you know. Like mix and match a little bit. I'm sure that requires more shit, but I think very few people, I would imagine, are both gluten-free and vegan. I feel like there's a lot of gluten-free people that are not vegan that would like their shit to taste a little better, you know? Or there's a lot of vegan people that are not gluten-free that would like their shit to taste a little bit better, you know? But I feel very bad for the people that are all of it. Well, vegan is a choice, but I feel very bad for the people that are gluten-free or like lactose intolerant, but especially gluten-free. Gluten-free is very difficult to deal with. So you hate waffles? Waffles. The cringe comps. The cringe offs that people do. Waffles. A friend of mine can't have gluten because of celiac. Her life sounds so hard. A stray slice of bread will send her to the hospital. Apparently there's this thing where, like, I don't remember if it's sugar or carbohydrates or the sugar in, like, a lot of, like, breads and stuff, but people's bodies, like, turn it into alcohol or something like that. And, like, this guy, like, he was sharing, like, he accidentally shared a water bottle with his son, who, like, ate, like, a cookie or something like that, or, like, a piece of, like, a piece of bread or something, and the backwash in the water, he ate it, he started to get drunk because his body was like turning into alcohol or something. I don't know if that's like a real thing or what, but I saw it on TikTok. Well, I saw it on TikTok, so My coworker taught me about Quark Chungus the other day. I kind of fucking hate that picture. But at the same time, I do believe that people like that are real, and I find them annoying. But I kind of hate that picture. That graphic. Yeah, their body ferments carbohydrates because their gut bacteria. That's nuts. I wish I could get drunk off a sandwich. I fucking don't. Actually, that sounds so horrible. Absolutely not. Okay. We're building the cliff. We're building the cliff. I always thought that, like penne al vodka, you could get drunk from it. I already get drunk off a sandwich's beauty. Hashtag built different. Yeah. I remember stories of people doing vodka enemas so they could get drunk without the calories. I can't believe you read RuPaul's book. That's so crazy. Stop! Stop! You're killing the weeds! Stop it! I've never had a coffee enema before, but RuPaul certainly talked about how great they are. A lot. So I've heard of them. I've had Fat Sal's at the airport. It was pretty good. Do you know about the milk enema fic? No, I don't want to actually. There's a level of online that some of you are that I'm not, and I'd actually like to keep it that way because I think you all seem crazy, and I'm normal and regular, and I would like to keep it that way. I'll be called a lot of things, but abnormal compared to you is not one of them. I think I'm gonna put the stairs here. Okay. This will be the staircase to this cliff. Let's pick up some more trees here. Get them out of the way. The internet is kind of more normal now because of the purge. You have to do... What did I miss? You have to do more work now, whereas before you never had a choice with what you see. See, I don't agree. I think it's the opposite. I think algorithms now show you such fucking shit that you've never heard of before. I feel like I'm always getting subjected to like fandom discourse of a show I've never heard of in my life. Whenever Dallas talks about his TikTok FYP, it's so insane. Yeah. Don't have to tell me that. He's actually not been on TikTok for like pretty much this entire year so far. He only goes on when I force him to go click a link I sent him. I need to get off TikTok. I actually really do. I'm on it. I've been on it way too much lately. And I feel its negative effects on my brain. I was doing good for a while where I'd only open it when I have to like work on the podcast to get like a clip for a reference or something. But I've been finding myself just like rotting on it. And I'm like, I need to just like play a game instead. I bought a couple things on it and now it's dog shit. Every other video is sponsored. Yep, me too. Oh my god, the amount of time I actually finally screen recorded this because I wanted to bitch about it. Hello, Sarah. Welcome in. Where's my screen recordings? The song that plays when TikTok is showing you the ugliest Temu slop in the world. It's the fucking most annoying thing ever. I was shown AI anime girl porn. This is Princess Bubblegum, I think, actually. On TikTok, it's the worst. It's the fucking worst. Also, I forgot I screen recorded this. This was a couple days ago. Just to show you how fucking horrible Grok is. So, the other day, Grok was one of the trending topics on Twitter. Drag Race fans debate ballroom gesture on Bianca Del Rio's pit stop. During Friday's pit stop recap of Drag Race Season 8, Episode 2, Marsha explained "clock it" from ballroom culture with a rhythmic finger snap, meant as silent applause, but seen by some as shade towards Bianca. Fans split sharply. First of all, like, I'm aware that they were explaining what this is wrong. So like I know what the tweets that it's summarizing are actually saying, but like the phrasing of that, it gets crazier though. It gets crazier. So, did I say season 8? I meant to say season 18. So it goes, fans split sharply, : Filipino supporters called it humiliating bullying, spotting Bianca's uneasy breaths and tearing eyes, while ballroom fans insisted it's respectful approval twisted by modern slang. Bianca tweeted cryptically about not trusting white people or children, fueling the back and forth over cultural roots in drag's evolving world. And I'm like, where the fuck did Filipinos come in? What the hell are they talking about? Bianca, uneasy breaths and teary eyes? What the fuck? No, I watched that video, and also Bianca Del Rio never cries. Like, what the fuck? So I'm like scrolling, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And so this is me, my screen recording. So they're going, applause is not clocking it. Like, I'm seeing the tweets, right? Of like people correcting Marsha's explanation. But then, then it starts putting other videos of this completely different person, also named Bianca. And it's like this video. Damn, you guys didn't see Bianca's situation. Her breathing was so deep, she looked uneasy. What you did to her was really too much. You're also thick-faced. I don't know what that means. Sorry if that's offensive. But then it's a bunch of tweets about this completely unrelated situation with this other woman named Bianca. I've never heard of her before, but it like combined these two topics because it's just so smart. It's so smart. It's such a good tool. It had nothing to do with Bianca Del Rio whatsoever. It was like, what the fuck is going on this fucking website that has an entire data center built for this fucking app that generates porn of people without consent? Ay. In other news, I had another thing I wanted to share and I keep forgetting about it, so I finally am going to show it. So I'm not sure which order I want to share this for to create the most gag-worthy moment. It's probably not going to be gaggy to anyone but me, but so the other day, so on Drag Race, right? I'm going to pull up just today's episode of Drag Race because it was used again in this. RuPaul's Drag Race Prime Video. And they've been using this as far back as season freaking 5. If I can't find it from the screen recording.
Also, I love both these looks. The judges and I.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Listen to the background music.
Bestie who wore it best is Athena.
Thank you.
Thank you, Queens. I think we've heard enough. While you untuck backstage, the judges and I will deliberate. Now,
that sample. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, remember it. So, my friends have been watching a show from our childhood on Discord named Code Lyoko. Love this show. We're watching it the other day, and there's this shot, and I don't have the actual episode, but there's this scene, and they were playing this music, and I was just like, no fucking way. And I found the actual song from like the show's soundtrack on YouTube. And I was freaking out. That oomph that recognizes samples. I was freaking out because this song in Code Lyoko, when they're riding their like vehicles, has the same sample as this fucking song from Drag Race that they've been using since like season 1. And I was freaking out, and nobody in the call knew what I was talking about. But I was gagging. And I just thought it was so funny that it was Code Lyoko of all things. Anyway, that's it. Nobody fucking cares but me, but I thought it was interesting. Okay. It's 6 p.m. here in sunny Los Angeles. But I do love like oh my god, that sample. I've heard it before. Yeah, it was like slightly sped up, but it's definitely from like the same like probably just like royalty TV like sound bank or something. They probably just use like the same sample pack. Code Lyoko was so gaggy as a kid. I need to rewatch it. It holds up. It does hold up. I haven't like watched every episode. I really want to though, like as an adult. I've like been able to tune into some of the nights that they rewatch episodes. And I'm like, damn, like this is so cool. My local BP gas station uses the same music that The Bald and Beautiful uses for their intro music. Trixie and Katya's podcast. That would drive me insane, actually. But like at the pumps, like where they have those like screens that play ads and talk at you at fucking 2 a.m. Is that where they play it? I lost my mind one time as a child that didn't know about like sound effects and shit. Like, oh, watch any fucking Food Network show. You will hear Sims music, especially Sims 2 and My Sims. EA licenses the music a lot for those games. I hear it all the time. But especially My Sims on like the kids baking show, they use that a lot, I've noticed. It's kind of nuts. But I remember as a kid I went to a gas station and I like was buying chips or just some shit, and they were ringing up my stuff, and it was the Sonic ring sound effect. And I was losing my mind. And I had no one to tell. And then I did find out like years later, like, oh yeah, like I think they licensed that sound effect out. They want My Sims implanted in our brains, yet refuse to make new games. I know. I would get so into a new My Sims if it was like modernized and like good. Because I gotta say, love My Sims. The only My Sims that I really fuck with nowadays is My Sims Agents. Like, I actually don't really want to play the original My Sims. I've never played My Sims Kingdom, which has improved, like, decorating stuff. So I'd always wanted to try that. But, the original My Sims, I'm like, this was really fun for me as a child. Not interested in playing it as an adult, actually. But the characters and the art and everything is just it's so good. Like, it deserves to live on in some way. Yumi is that bitch. Yumi is so fucking fierce in that show. As a kid, I had such a little crush on Ulrich, but I did kind of ship him hardcore with Yumi. So it was a very complicated time for me. I didn't understand I had a crush, that was the thing. Like, I didn't understand that that's what those feelings were. Like, I had crushes as a kid all the time, but, like, I wasn't, like, daydreaming about this person or character as, like, oh my god, we're gonna get married, you know? I just would get, like, they would just be, like, I would just be hyper-fixated on them and, like, want to be around them all the time and hang out with them and invite them over and shit like that. That was kind of how my crushes as a child manifested, really. I'm trying to figure out what I even want to put up here. I'm kind of just hoping the inspiration comes to me as I decorate, you know? I'm definitely going to put like a villager house or something. Maybe 2. Up here. I always use Pinterest for my island designs. Yeah, I use Instagram a lot. I like bookmark stuff all the time. Like patterns and stuff like that. And then I completely forget about it. I completely forget, and then I'm like, I have no ideas. I've never been a Pinterest person. Ever. I've never made an account on that website. And I'm kind of wary of it now because of how much AI is on there, but I don't know why. Just never was a Pinterest person. I used Tumblr a lot though, back in the day. I was a big Tumblr person. Although I wasn't like into like Tumblr fandom really. I think the only fandom I like, I was a fan of things, but like as I would just like follow creators. Like I wasn't really like into fan fiction and stuff like that. Like I liked to follow like Steven Universe people, like the people that worked on the show and stuff, and like artists that would draw like cool fan art really. I wasn't even into like looking at like memes of the shows. I would usually just go to like Reddit for that. But yeah, when I was on Tumblr, it was mostly just like responding to questions from people that liked my YouTube stuff and like aesthetics. Like I really loved looking at like old interior design stuff on Tumblr. I wish I deleted my Tumblr years ago because I was just like, I don't feel like having another fucking website where I'm on there. But I have one now that I literally just follow Mel on their meme blog. And that's it. But I kind of wanted to get back into it just for like looking up like art and stuff like that. But there was this really cool blog that used to post magazine scans from like old like 80s and 90s like interior design catalogs and stuff, and I thought it was so cool. It was very pre TikTok's like now like obsession with like aesthetics and categorization of stuff, which I used to find kind of annoying, but now I kind of think it's cool. But like nowadays, like people are so interested in like aesthetics and like branding themselves for their like internet presence and stuff. So I feel like more people are aware of like terms like Fruitiger Arrow and like Fraser Bane and like stuff like that, you know? So like There's a lot more, and which is, you know, it's actually kind of cool. At first I thought it was like people are way too into themselves and like way too into like categorizing themselves.
Are you gonna get one drink?
I might just get one drink, yeah.
I can have one drink.
Hi, you.
Probably.
But yeah, I think it's cool now that people have like an appreciation of like, oh, look at these like cool buildings and stuff, or like these cool interiors. The problem is a lot of that stuff now is getting infiltrated with AI, which sucks. Oh, what do you guys think of Harry Styles' new song? We liked it. I was surprised that it was a first single. It kind of gives like mid-album, like this would be somebody's like deep cut favorite. Because it's like not the most interesting song, but I like it. I like a nice like easy listening song that's not like smooth jazz or something, which like not that I don't love a good like jazz song, but I like sometimes when like a song is more electronic or like, you know, produced in that similar way, but is still like calming. I don't know. It's a song I can find myself drawing to a lot, I think. I didn't love it, but I only listened once. Yeah, I think it's a very mixed reception on it. I've never been a big Harry fan. The only Harry I like are Harry fucking balls, dude. But yeah, I was not a One Direction fan growing up. Mostly because the same reason why I didn't really let myself get into Justin Bieber. They were handsome boys, and I was gay, and I was really afraid of the feelings that they would make me feel in my stomach. Specifically Zayn Malik, who is the hottest one on One Direction. But yeah, I was just like I was very uncomfortable with like the feelings of butterflies I would feel when I looked at them, so I like... It's the same reason why I didn't watch Twilight, because Taylor Lautner was so hot in that movie, and I was so afraid of those feelings as a little gay boy. Little gay boy 45. So yeah, I wasn't into One Direction, and I like low-key kind of hated them because I was like against the feelings. I was like trying to really like distance myself from those feelings that they would make me feel. It's pretty sad, actually. Anyway, but as an adult that's like out and doesn't fucking care about that thing anymore, I like recognize that like I do like some of their music that Dallas has played for me because he was really into One Direction, but I like never really was into them. But I actually have really grown to really like Harry Styles' like solo stuff. I'm like, I don't know every single song. I could probably name like 4 or 5. But I still like it. I do like it. I don't know what his fucking sexuality is, and I'm sometimes I'm for the like it shouldn't matter, but then I'm also like, well, please don't co-opt queer aesthetics if you're not queer. So I don't know. I go back and forth on that. I sometimes find a little bit of his antics a little cringe to me, but and his like persona that he's adopted being just so much just Elton John, you know. But overall, I like Harry Styles, I would say. And I think people are being so fucking mean. People are like, he's been posting pictures of himself for this new album of like this new era and stuff, and like, you know, he's what, I think 33 now. And people are like, now I see why people only use Obama era photos of him in their like the stands in their profile pictures, basically saying he looks ugly now, which is so crazy to me because I've literally never thought Harry Styles was attractive until like 2024. I never thought he was ugly, but he was like never my taste really until very recently. So it's so crazy to me that people are like, he's chopped, he's unk and chopped. But people are just very ageist nowadays, I guess. There's this one picture of Harry Styles that I want to thank. I never actually went around and looked at the DMs people sent me, but I put this in the podcast. There's this picture of Harry Styles, and I want this outfit so fucking bad. And I put it in an episode of the podcast. I was like, can you guys help me find this? And people did. And it was one of those things where I got a lot of DMs that I wanted to respond to all of them thoughtfully, but I was like not home at the time. So I couldn't like sit down and like focus on it. And then by the time I remembered that people sent me a bunch of DMs, it was like a bunch of days had passed, and those message requests were like no longer at the front of my mind, so I just kept forgetting. But like I would wear the fuck out of this, and people, I really tried and I couldn't find anything, but people did some digging and they found me dupes of a lot of this stuff. I and like the originals. I also, this picture made me want leg tattoos so bad. I want to finally commit and get some more tattoos this year. My last tattoo was in 2023. I think it's time. I got a tattoo. I got my second tattoo in 2023. I got my nose pierced in 2024. I didn't do any, and I also bleached my hair in 2024 at one point. I did not do any modifications to my body in 2025. We need to make up for that in 2026. I guess the modifications I did were like lifting more weights all the time. But like that's not the same to me because I had been doing that. You would look so good in that fit. Thank you. I think I would too. I also just wear such booty shorts and like little shorts. To me, 4-inch inseam is like too much. I'm like, my shorts are so long, which is crazy because like that is so short to so many people. But like I usually wear 3 and 4. 5, I'm like, this is too long. But I will wear 5. Like these are 5-inch inseam right now. These ones. And like they're cute. They're cutesy. I like them. But I wish they were like up to here, maybe. So I'm like, well, I wear such short shorts, like I should have some thigh tattoos. To make that look fierce, you know? Alright, who should we move up here? Someone from the beach, but they're not here yet. So I can't move their plot. I love that stone pattern you use. Did you make yourself? No, I didn't. I made most of these patterns myself, like all the road stuff. And then once I didn't make this, but once I get down to this level, nothing I've made anymore is on here, except for this and this recycle, and then these two. But this dirt path is not mine, and this stone path is not mine. I was really trying to keep using my own paths, because on my previous island I made all my own patterns. It was a very creatively fulfilling experience, and then I started doing it again with this, and it was so nice to like have full control of my own roads, and I can like tweak them to my liking. But this is just too complex of a path for me to try to make myself with the amount of time that I have nowadays, so I opted to just go with some old faithfuls that I really love from previous islands that I found from people. So I don't have the patience or any creative skills to do patterns myself. I'm impressed. Thank you. I think more people would be good at making patterns if they just really tried. But it is also very tedious and a little frustrating to try to learn as well, because of like the way this game does like smoothing and stuff. It can make a lot of shit look really bad, even though it looks really good as just like pure pixel art. So the most frustrating part is just like blending the colors enough. Like I honestly want to keep tweaking this because I don't love how much you can like fully see the pixels, but it would probably take me like a couple hours to like tweak all of the colors so that way they don't like smooth into each other and like just look like a bunch of like crisscrosses, you know? So I just kind of like deal with it right now. Because sometimes like a street is a little bit crackly like that too. A little porous, you know? I don't typically love the design aspect of games as much like the gameplay, so I think that's why I rely so much on using patterns from Pinterest. Oh yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with I mean, they're there for a reason. I think it's so fun to use other people's designs for your own builds. I did that for my first 2 islands. I used other people's patterns, but I wanted to try my hand at it for my 3rd one, and I actually thought it was really fun, so I just kept doing it. But I mean, now I have like a mix of the two. I enjoy designing clothes a lot, but for Path, I just take other people's. I would like to get back into designing cute clothes in this game. Because I was doing it, I do it sometimes. Like, I made these cute little, like, tourism shirts. On my last island. There's a little dolphin on it. And then this one is like you went to a national park. And I like them. They're what all my tourists on this island are wearing right now. Like, I love Minecraft for gathering stuff and building up my supplies. Yeah, see, yeah, I'm kind of the same way with Minecraft. I've never been like a builder in Minecraft for some reason. I think because I get overwhelmed at the amount of like blocks available to use, and I kind of just like forget that certain ones even exist and stuff like that. So I'm not a super big builder in Minecraft. I've gotten more into it as I've been like introduced some like really cool furniture mods, because that was the thing with Minecraft too. A lot of Minecraft is like vanilla Minecraft is like illusions of a chair by putting like, or illusions of a table by putting like a slab on top of a fence and stuff. And like, there's only so much I can fucking do with that. But I've gotten some really cool furniture mods that people have made that I wish I like had handy. That are like, it's like fully a chair that you can sit in, and like a couch with cushions, and it looks a lot more realistic and cool, especially in that like voxel art style. So hello Gia, welcome in. How are you? Thanks for stopping by today. Getting practice freely on Slumber Islands has been super useful to me. Fully finished a medium-sized winter theme island in one day. Wow. Apparently, can you not put down villager houses on Slumber Islands? Is that true? Or can you? Yeah, you can't put down any building. What the fuck? That's so weird. That makes me not want to play it as much, personally. You also can't change the season. What the fuck, dude? That's so weird. The limitations on Slumber Islands are really confusing. Wow, that really, now that I've like learned more about the Slumber Islands, that really like changes my my outlook on this update, and I actually find it to be a complete miss. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I am gagged. Because I used to think like, oh, people are being way too hard on this update. It's actually so fun. And now I'm like, wait a minute. I have to rethink some thoughts. What a bummer. What an absolute bummer. Simple panels and storefront it is. Yeah, like, what the fuck? That is so weird of them. Why? Ugh. Now I'm mad. I'm so disappointed to hear that. Part of the fun of decorating these islands is the buildings and the houses. What am I fucking decorating yards for if there's no house? Wow. I have a lot of feelings now. Chopzilla. Dawson! Thank you so much for the 57-month resub. I imagine they could patch it, but will they? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Because they would have to, like, completely... Like, to me, it's like... They would just actually be making the mode worthwhile then. And I don't know if they care enough for that. Especially because the Slumber Island stuff is, like... That's free content. That's not, like, stuff that they can be like, well, we're making the Switch 2 edition that they're paying for more worthwhile. Like, that's free content. So, like, if they update it again, there's not really going to be, like, a reward for them for that. Damn, I'm very disappointed now to hear all that. Have a good night, Kaylee. Thanks for hanging out. It is really cool that you can build alongside friends. I love being able to make an island with others, but why the random limitations? It is so weird. Like, if it had to be limited so much because, like, the base Switch needs to handle it, then, like, why didn't you just make it, like, a Switch 2 only feature and, like, really, like, just from, like, a greedy capitalism stance, like, why didn't you just, like, suck us dry? Like, I don't get it. I honestly would rather, like, have been charged more for the Switch 2 edition if it made, like, really, really worthwhile content instead of, like, the free content being shit that nobody even is gonna want to use because it's, like, pointless at this point. It's pointless. You can't even upload your builds as dream addresses? What? That was the whole point. Is that true, or do they use DOS? I thought they used DOS codes now, but maybe that's the replacement for Dodo codes. I thought that there was, like, gonna be a bunch of Slumber Islands that you could tour. What the fuck, bro? I can't believe this. I cannot believe that this is happening to me in real time. That I'm being like, you can watch the light leave my eyes and the fire burn into my soul in this very moment, in real time right now. That's crazy. I'm so disappointed to hear all of this. Like, literally the only reason to do that is if you wanted to do, like, a complete, like, nature island. You're basically making, like, the equivalent of, like, a highly decorated Nook Mile island at that point. You get 3, and you have to delete them if you want to make more. Just gone forever. Great. Remember when this game didn't have cloud save backups at all for no fucking reason? And like it still kind of doesn't in a normal way. That didn't sit right with me for a long time. And the fact that Pokemon doesn't either. Like, I'm sorry, there are no games that I really give that much of a fuck about my save files for besides Animal Crossing and Pokemon. I don't really care about my fucking, like, Mario Party save file. Maybe Zelda. I guess. The Pokemon backup feature, like, I get that their point is to, like, have you store your shit in Pokemon Home, but, like, I don't do that all the time. Like, most of the time, the Pokemon that I really want are in my game because I'm using them. So what am I supposed to do? If I'm just like, well, I'm going on a trip, so let me put every single Pokemon that I care about in this fucking app that and like not even like use them when I'm playing the game on my trip. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. It's so stupid. You restart Zelda every year. Yeah, I wouldn't care. But I feel like, you know, if somebody was working like in the middle of like 100% save file and doing all the side quests and stuff, I think that they would care. Like, I wouldn't want to be interrupted that way. But like, you know, if my Zelda save file got deleted right now, whatever. I haven't played it in a while, so I just wouldn't care. But how crazy. How absolutely crazy. I did not know any of this stuff about the Slumber Islands because I still haven't even like gone to one on my own. I won something. Oh my god, I won a Tom of Finland book on eBay. I won this auction. I completely forgot I bid on this. Because I thought I had got outbid, but I guess that was a different one. How fun! What a nice surprise. Yeah, I bid on 3, and I was outbid on a different one. Oh my god, oh my god. I have another one that I'm the top bidder for and it ends in 3 minutes. Although, now that I'm getting this one, I don't really care if I get outbid. Because I also don't feel like increasing my bid for this one anymore. Okay. And I'll probably put like one more tree behind this house. It's a nice little elevated area. Doesn't take up too much space on the island. And then I still have all this space back here. The way you are bidding hundreds of thousands of dollars right now, and you don't even say it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. You are so humble. Yeah, I'm one of those secret rich. Apparently. You guys are gonna gag when that villager moves in. I'm so excited. You should get drunk as fuck right now. I am going out later, but I don't plan on getting drunk as fuck. Is it Cher? I can't say. I've been doing really good in terms of my routine, and like my meds are working really well, and I'm also altering my meds right now. I'm going down on my mirtazapine because I just don't feel like it's really doing anything. I feel like my Lexapro is doing just fine, so I'd like to be taking less stuff. So I'm like, with my psychiatrist's guidance, I'm scaling down on that, so I kind of don't really want to like drink a lot. Yeah, I'm in February right now. Actually, no, I think it's officially March. Yeah, it's March 1st now. But yeah, I time traveled. February 22nd is when the snow melts, so. Wow, I won the other one too. So now I have 2 Tom of Finland books coming. And I have a couple gay magazines still on the way. And then I'm gonna probably just be done collecting for a little bit. Excuse me. Viche's bright ass. She is very bright. Okay. I haven't watered my flowers today. Let me do that. I'm gonna have to end in a few minutes. So I'm gonna probably pick a villager to move real quick. So I can just like, maybe I'll build the stairs. Maybe I'll build the stairs before I stop today. Because I haven't really decided the villager yet. But I'm tired of carrying around my ladder. So let me just do the stairs. I don't remember how much the stone stairs are. Damn, I gotta get back to grinding money. I've been spending a lot of money lately. Ooh. Hi. Incline, please. I do like this natural ramp. The log staircase I've liked before, but I really think that this simple stone one is like my favorite. I use it in like every island. Hooray. Hi. Okay, I definitely took out way too much, but that's okay. Hooray, we did it. Wow. Okay. Ooh. A yacht. A pie. I love the pie. Okay. I want more stuff. Shocker. Buy 2 more of those. 1 more of these. And wow, that's beautiful flooring. Buy another guardian. Okay. I'm gonna time skip just to get this built, and that way you can all see the villager that is moving in. Maybe I'll move them up there because they're on the beach right now. And I want to get them off the beach finally. I got stuck with declining turnip prices. And I'm about to sell these things for 0 bells. Damn. I'm hiding the game so you don't see the name. I'm so excited. We analyzed the animalese, yeah. Okay. If you're really an insane person, you may recognize them from their house. Yeah! Look who it is! Hamburger helper. Helper hamburger. Hamburger helper, helper, hamburger, help her make a great meal. She came to my campsite the other day, and she asked for one of my 3 snooties that isn't one that I like that much, Gloria, to leave. So I was like, well, I don't have a sisterly. And now I got Frida. I'm gonna make her a restaurant. I'm so excited. Load-bearing lore drop. I know. The way that VOD is lost to time too. Like one of the most one of the most pivotal moments of the Wetsy Iceberg, in my opinion, is like not even available to watch anywhere. Isn't that nuts? Isn't that so sad? Because that was when I was like, nobody cares about VODs. If they want to watch me, they're watching live. Otherwise, they don't care about me, which is just not true. But I appreciate that the reaction that I got means that most of you have been here for that long, and, well, we're stuck with each other. Oh, someone's definitely got some clips, yeah. What are you cooking, girl? Fruit scones. Yeah, I love that, thank you. Her and Audie have the same floor, different colors. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves. I am gonna go, okay? I will see you sometime this week. I got a busy week ahead of me, but a very fun one at the same time. I'm not sure when my next stream will be, but I appreciate you all. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. And if you're on the East Coast, bundle up, bitch. It's cold. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you. Bye.